Welcome to the Middletown Energy Center, owned by NTE Energy and operated by NACE. It is a 475 megawatt natural gas generating facility. The project is one of the most efficient and clean sources of capacity and energy in PJM, the Regional Transmission Organization. We have a steadfast commitment to safety and have taken safety to the next level through the NACE SAFE program. We consider zero injuries the only acceptable standard. A reminder that Middletown Energy Center is a smoke-free facility. The control room at the Middletown Energy Center is the heart of the power plant and is located on the east side of the turbine building. Please note that magnetic north is not the same as plant north when referring to diagrams and prints. The control room operator coordinates all activities at the facility and is responsible for safe and efficient operations. It is the responsibility of the contractor to coordinate all activities with the control room. Upon arrival at the Middletown Energy Center, please sign in at the reception desk and check in with the control room. Middletown Energy Center and NACE have a strict permitting process that has been put into place to protect you. Lockout, tagout, safe work, hot work, and confined space permits will be issued by the control room. The OSHA standard for the control of hazardous energy, lockout, tagout, addresses the practices and procedures necessary to disable the machinery or equipment, thereby preventing the release of hazardous energy while employees perform servicing and maintenance activities. A single-keyed, numbered green lock will be issued to you by the control room should you be required to sign on to a lockout-tagout. This lock must be removed at the end of each workday before you go home. All work at the Middletown Energy Center starts with a safe work permit. A safe work permit must be completed prior to the start of any work at the Middletown Energy Center. A JHA should accompany the safe work permit. This numbered permit is issued by the control room prior to the commencement of any work and will list all hazards associated with that particular job. Should the scope of the work change while working, a new safe work permit shall be issued. The safe work permit is valid for one shift. A hot work permit will be issued by the control room for any work that creates sparks, heat, or fire. A fire watch must be provided by the contractor, and the fire watch must remain at the location for 30 minutes after the completion of work. An appropriately rated fire extinguisher will be provided for your use by the facility. The hot work permit must be displayed at the hot work location. The contractor's laydown area and maintenance shop do not require a hot work permit. The hot work permit is valid for one shift and must be turned into the control room at the end of each shift. Any confined space work will also be coordinated through the control room and use an accompanying confined space permit. No one shall enter a confined space until a confined space entry permit has been issued by the control room. In order to ensure chemical safety in the workplace, information about the identities and hazards of the chemicals must be available and understandable to workers. Safety data sheets for all chemicals used in this facility are available in the control room. The Hazard Communication Standard is now aligned with the globally harmonized system of classification and labeling of chemicals. This new standard not only gives workers the right to know, it gives them the right to understand. Personal protective equipment, commonly referred to as PPE, is equipment worn to minimize exposure to hazards that cause serious workplace injuries and illnesses. These injuries and illnesses may result from contact with chemical, radiological, physical, electrical, mechanical, or other workplace hazards. Personal protective equipment, at a minimum, will always include safety-toed boots, safety glasses with side shields, hearing protection, and a hard hat. Although recommended, it is not required to wear PPE when transiting between the administration building and the control room, as this is considered a safe zone. Please observe and obey plant speed limits and posted traffic signs. Always slow down, stop, and sound horn at intersections, corners, or wherever your vision is obstructed. Always use a spotter for blind spots. When possible, make eye contact with pedestrians. In the event of an emergency, follow the instructions of the control room operator via the radio or plant PA system. Should an evacuation become necessary and it is safe to do so, the muster point will be outside the main gate and it is indicated by the target on the screen. When it comes to safety, if you see something, say something should be a rule of thumb for all workers, supervisors, visitors, and anyone who steps foot on plant premises. All workers should feel comfortable enough to speak up about safety violations they think may be occurring. Know the locations of safety showers and never block access to any safety shower or eye wash station. Any injury, no matter how small, must be reported to the control room immediately. A first aid kit and AED are located in the control room and the administration building. Please familiarize yourself with the location of each. Middletown Energy Center prohibits the charging of cell phones or use of any thumb or other type of external drives on company computers. As per the NACE cybersecurity rules, nothing may be plugged into any USB port on any Middletown Energy Center computer. A few reminders to conclude this orientation video. Please sign in at the reception desk and check in with the control room. Please observe this facility's no smoking policy. Middletown Energy Center does not allow drugs or alcohol on facility property at any time. Finally, in an emergency, notify the nearest facility employee and then follow the instructions of the control room operator. This concludes your contractor safety orientation. Please read and sign SMP 1, the contractor orientation sheet provided by your facilitator. We at Middletown Energy Center thank you in advance for your attentiveness and commitment to safety. It's truly our pleasure to have you here with us. Remember, safety is every day, every shift. We walk it, we talk it, and we live it.